Erik Ten Hag's brutal Man United punishment immediately after humiliating Liverpool loss. Erik Ten Hag forced his humiliated Manchester United players to sit in silence and listen to Liverpool's players celebrate their record 7-0 win over their arch-rivals. Ten Hag made his crestfallen United endure Jurgen Klopp's squad going crazy, listened to Liverpool's players and fans celebrating in the stadium, and told them to use it as motivation to ensure they never capitulate so meekly again. United stars including skipper Bruno Fernandes, leading scorer Marcus Rashford, and multiple Champions League winners Casemiro and Raphael Varane had to suffer the indignity of hearing the jubilant scenes from the Liverpool dressing room as Klopp's men reveled in it. After putting them through the painful experience, Ten Hag tore into his players for their shameful surrender at Anfield, United's joint heaviest defeat ever and their biggest since 1931. In a move that echoed former United manager Sir Alex Ferguson's famous hairdryer treatment, Ten Hag laid into his players, telling them they were lucky to be returning back to Manchester on the team bus and not made to travel back with the fuming fans who had paid money and traveled to watch such a pitiful display. Ten Hag also hauled his players into United's training complex early yesterday morning to begin the inquest into the Anfield debacle. The United boss arrived at the Carrington training complex at 7 a.m. and was joined by his staff, with the players arriving at 9 a.m. to face the consequences of the club's worst defeat for almost a century. A United source said Ten Hag was obviously furious and told them they were lucky to be getting on the team bus back to Old Trafford and not made to travel back with the fans. He warned them all that if anything like that happens again, there won't be another chance for them and they'll be put in the under 21 seconds. Ten Hag is also understood to have told his players to expect more sessions with sports psychologist Rainier Coers, who was hired by the United boss a few months ago. The United boss places a huge emphasis on the mental aspect of football and brought in performance psychologist Coers to work with the players after concluding they all needed to possess a stronger mindset. The United source added, Ten Hag doesn't want the players going back to the bad days of last season, so that's why he wants them to work more with the sports psychologist. Ten Hag's Dutch compatriot Coers was with United at their winter training camp in Cadiz during the World Cup break in December and is understood to visit the training ground a couple of times a week to work with the squad. In other news, Man United boss Erik Ten Hag has dilemmas with 6 players after Liverpool humbling. Erik Ten Hag has made progress in his first season as Manchester United manager, but Sunday's collapse at Liverpool by arguably his strongest team proved there is plenty of work to be done to take the Red Devils back where fans believe they belong. Express Sport pinpoints 6 dilemmas he needs to fix internally and in the transfer window. David De Gea. David De Gea is a United legend. His record-breaking 181st clean sheet in the Carabao Cup final victory cemented that much. He can also produce clutch moments that continue to save Ten Hag's side points, but his hesitance to claim crosses and frailties with the ball at his feet continue to invite pressure. The arrival of a new number 1 helped revolutionize Pep Guardiola's Manchester City and Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. United are reportedly eyeing a new goalkeeper ahead of the summer. It could have the same effect. Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot started the season in the form of his United career, but he has been exposed time and time again since the World Cup. There are also question marks over Aaron Wan-Bissaka, so Ten Hag needs the chance to lure his own right back to Old Trafford. Attacking is crucial to his system, but the primary role of a fullback should always be defending. Dalot just doesn't look cut out for where United need to go. Bruno Fernandes. There's a fine line between Bruno Fernandes on-field antics benefiting United and hampering them. He certainly crossed that line at Anfield amid reports he irritated his teammates. Fernandes is crucial to Ten Hag, but there must be a sense of maturity in big games, especially away from home. Far too often in recent seasons, that's been lacking on the road. If the 28-year-old wants to be the centerpiece of this project, he must learn to adapt his attitude rather than be swallowed up by the occasion. That's what captains are supposed to do. Wout Weghorst was never going to evolve United into a dominant force again. He was a short-term fix sanctioned by cash-strapped owners. He was utilized as the attacking midfielder against Liverpool, and not for the first time. While he has helped United become a better counter-pressing side, Ten Hag must start relying on the more technical players at his disposal. Jadon Sancho has shone centrally since he returned. If Fernandes is to continue playing out wide, it's time to give the 22-year-old a run of games. Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial, of course, hasn't been in United's first-choice side this season. That's because he's been injured for almost all of it. The Frenchman is undoubtedly an upgrade on Weghorst when fit, but he never is, and that's still a huge problem. Ten Hag will need to offload players to spend big again this summer. Martial should be one of a handful in the shop window. Marcus Rashford. There's nothing wrong with Marcus Rashford. He should have scored the opener to make it an entirely different game, but he's more than earned credit among the United faithful. The problem lies with his future. The Red Devils have tasted silverware this season, but the Carabao Cup is likely nothing compared to what his likely suitors would be able to offer. He's out of contract next summer, so United are running out of time to prove they can consistently challenge for major honors again. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.